Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the latest updates. According to the Đồng Nai Tax Department, by midnight September 2020, the state purchase revenue in the province has been over 25.9 trillion Vietnam dong, reaching 73% of the draft ordinance in 2020, equal to 100% of the same period in 2019. The leader of the Đồng Nai Tax Department said that in the context of the forecast that the budget's revenue in 2020 will decline deeply, the tax department has actively found solutions to increase the revenue. Revenues from land, capital transfer, antique transfer pricing, and increased inspection based on corporate reports have helped the tax industry make up for lost revenues. Besides, the tax department has actively reviewed and exploited other sources of income, urged enterprises to pay corporate income tax, personal income tax, and natural resources tax after tax finalizations and strengthened inspections. Vietnam ranked second in the Asia-Pacific region in terms of economic recovery rate after the crisis caused by COVID-19 pandemic. This is the latest forecast of the international credit rating agency S&P Global Ratings that has just been announced. According to S&P, Vietnam's GDP growth this year will reach 1.9% and 11.2% next year. This forecast is higher than the level 1.8% of this year and 6.3% of next year that the Asian Development Bank (ADB) made more than 10 days ago. In addition to the three economic growths of China, Vietnam, and Taiwan, other economies in the region are forecasted to decline from 0.9 to 9.5%. According to S&P, the employment situation will be the main factor determining the growth rate of economies. As early as 2022, employment rates in most economies will return to the levels they were before the COVID-19. In addition, the growth of economies in Asia and the Pacific will be driven by trade and production. The government promulgates the decree on the policy of supporting tuition fees and living expenses for pedagogical students. Pedagogical students are supported by the state to pay the tuition fees equal to the tuition fees collected by the teacher training to institutions where they attend. Pedagogical students are supported by the state 3.63 million Vietnam dong per month to pay for living expenses while studying at the school. The support period for tuition fees and living expenses is based on the actual number of studying months, but not exceeding 10 months per school year. The decree also specifies the reimbursement of support funding for specific cases such as having received the support but do not work in education after 2 years from the date of graduation, being in a training period but changing to another branch, voluntarily quitting or being disciplined. The decree includes 4 chapters, 15 articles, and takes effect from December 15, 2020. The New York Times yesterday, citing tax return data, reported that the current U.S. president has paid very little income tax in recent years by reporting heavy losses on businesses. According to the New York Times, Trump only paid $750 in the federal income taxes in both 2016 and 2017 and has not paid income taxes in 10 of the past 15 years by reporting heavy losses across his business empire. Even though he has received $427.4 million by the end of 2018 from reality TV shows and other deals. At a press conference in the White House, the U.S. president called this a fake news report and denied the content of the report. In a statement to this newspaper, Alan Gordon, a lawyer for the Trump Organization, said that Mr. Trump has paid millions of dollars in personal taxes over the past 10 years, but said nothing about the results of the specific income statements mentioned. President Mali yesterday appointed former foreign minister as interim prime minister of the country. The appointment of Mr. Al came 2 days after retired Colonel Bar Endon was sworn in as Mali's president, while the leader of the coup, Colonel Assimi Goïta, was sworn in as vice president. The new leaders are tasked with overseeing the 18 months transition back to civilian power following the ouster of former President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta on October the 18th. That's the end of the news for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.